Hi, everybody. Just a couple announcements for today. Today is Wednesday, March the 6th. And if we just scroll down here to the calendar, you will see today we have a virtual classroom scheduled at 12:30. And then our unit is ending this Friday. That's our goal. So just a restructuring. I got this idea from one of the students in this class, and I like it. So I'm going to do this. So starting after March break, I'm going to make sure every Monday, I'll try to be really consistent. I do a video that will be posted in the activity feed, just like I'm doing right now. So every Monday, I'll do that, kind of outlining the week. And then every day, I'll just try to post in text format what's due in the course that day. So basically, there's something due every day, and if you don't log on that day or if you're busy, then you just complete 2 things another day. So you can pace yourself however works best for you. Okay, so this week, we're wrapping up the whole course. We're wrapping up Unit 1. So if we head into the content, let's just figure out exactly what stuff you need to have handed in. So in Unit 1, we've got 2 sections, A1 and A2. So in A1, there's lots of practice opportunities for you. Those don't count for marks. They're just to help you learn the material so that when you do the test, you get a good mark. So the practice things that would be found throughout Unit 1 as you go through the content, practice things are found usually at the bottom of pages. So if we scroll down to the bottom of one of the content pages, there'll be a worksheet or this link to try some algebra stuff. Or there'll be a link to a practice test, and you click on it, and when you open it in a new link, you'll get to something like this, and you'll find your name, and then you'll complete a practice quiz. So I can see that you've done the practice quizzes, or like Delta Math, for example, has a bunch of practice quizzes that you could try, and basically they give you kind of a bunch of questions until you get 5 of them right, and then you can move on. So there's a whole bunch of practice. Now, if you don't have time to do all of it, that's totally fine. It's just however much you need, right? Everyone needs a different amount of practice questions. So I always feel like the more you do, the better. Okay, so the only thing you really had to complete in A1 was this exponent law quiz. That was marked out of 7. If you completed that quiz, you can go to quizzes. I'll have to impersonate somebody. Sorry, I hope that's okay. Just because I can't, when I look at it myself, it's awkward. So I'll just impersonate someone. I'm sorry. And then when you go to your quiz, you can check how you did on it. So they should all be marked. So it shows that you've done the exponent law quiz. And if you click on this little down arrow, when it goes to submissions, you can click on that. And it shows that this person got 7 out of 7 on their quiz. And if you actually click on the attempt, it'll show you the questions, the answers that you got. Okay. And how do I get it? Okay. So then you can get some feedback. I also posted feedback on questions that you got wrong. Okay, so let's go back into the content. So hopefully you finished the exponent law quiz. And then if you move on to A2, there's a bunch more practice things and like topics to learn. Collecting like terms, simplifying expressions, expanding and simplifying polynomials. And this stuff mainly just has practice things in it. So like practice by going to Delta Math and trying the questions there, and it will give you feedback and step-by-step instruction. Immediate feedback is so crucial, so I feel like this is the best way to do it. And there's solving equations practice tests. So all of this is just for practice, just to make sure you know how to do it. Okay, then that brings us to another thing that I'll be marking, which I'm marking right now. Algebra and exponent problems. So I tried to do a group thing for this, which was hard because not everybody was at the same spot, and it's just hard in an online environment, but I thought, why not try it? If it's not going well, though, feel free to just submit your own problems to the Dropbox. But you can use the discussion board to communicate with your group about the answers. Maybe you just want to share answers to make sure everyone in your group gets perfect. And then everyone in your group hands in their questions to the Dropbox. And we'll see if any of the groups get everybody having a perfect assignment, which would be awesome. Okay, so then once you hand that in, I think that was due yesterday if you're completely on track in the course. If not, just try to get it done this week. And if you have any problems with these questions, let me know. And then finally, our goal is to get this Unit 1 algebra test done by Friday if possible. But nothing's going on during March break. So if you want to get some stuff done during March break, then you can totally use that week to catch up because the course won't be moving on. And I won't be here on March break. I'm actually going away with my family, so I won't be around to really answer your questions or help you at all. I'm so sorry. But yeah, you'll have time to catch up anyways. Okay, so that's the plan. Get all of this unit done by the end of March break, and you'll be totally on track. So today at 12:30, if you have any time, you can click on the virtual classroom icon, and you can pop into our session, which is Unit 1 Q&A. So it's basically not very organized, this virtual classroom. I'm just going to hop on and see if anybody has any questions. If you want to hop on with a microphone, then you can actually talk to me, which is cool. But if you don't, then there's also a chat bar that you can just type questions to me. We'll see how it goes. It'll be our first one, so it'll be kind of interesting. I tried out a couple other, I tried to test one. So you can, the virtual classrooms all get recorded. So if you miss one, you can actually go to the recorded meetings and watch them, download them. Yeah. So you can just check out past meetings if you miss them. And I think what I'm going to start doing for the virtual classroom is just doing one a week. Because I know everyone's schedule is different, so I'm just going to try to rotate it. I'm going to put a virtual classroom schedule on the website, and then if anybody's like, I can't make any of those times, please just send me an email and say, hey, can we actually do one during this time frame? And if it works out with my schedule, then for sure. Okay, so that's everything for Unit 1. Unit 2 is going to open up before March break, so if you feel like getting ahead on March break and popping into Unit 2, then you're totally welcome to. What else was I going to tell you guys? I think that's it. Basically, like this calendar here kind of tells you what's due. So you can always refer to this calendar and then always check the activity feed. Oh, I'm so sorry if you've been getting multiple emails about not logging into the course. I think that it's been going on a lot. So if you haven't gotten a bunch of emails in a row, that's something's happening there. Okay. I think that's everything. There's checklists, like I said before, if you feel like going through the checklist and saying like, oh, yep, I've completed all these things and just checking them off. They also have their due dates. So if you're like, oh, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing every day, why don't you use this checklist? Then you can be like, oh, I did that, I did that, I did that, and just check it as you go. So like it says here, algebra and exponent problems were due yesterday, so if you finish them, and then the algebra test is due Friday. So the checklists are really good, and they open up in a new window, so you can kind of have that open every time you come into the course. I guess that's it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. And we're just wrapping up Unit 1. Unit 2 is linear relations, so it's all graphing stuff. And you'll have to give me some feedback because I made Unit 1 myself, but Unit 2 was like partially designed by other people, and I don't know, it looks kind of rough to me, but you can let me know. Okay, I hope that helps, and if you guys have any questions,